Well, good morning on what looks to be a beautiful Saturday here in West Tennessee. Starting out down here checking on our heifers and calves on the Gilt Edge farm, and yeah, still having bull issues. Gonna drive me insane. Good thing I don't have any hair, or this situation would certainly drive me to not having it anymore, even if I'd started out this season with hair. But yeah, so the update on our bulls here. The one bull that had kind of been our primary issue, we saw him on Monday. He looked pretty good. He was with heifers. Hadn't seen him since. That's 5 days ago. The other bull, the air quotes good bull, been a little lame on one back foot. He actually looked better there yesterday, but now we're afraid he is going to have a penis issue. Not really exactly like the Brangus bull at home, but just drives me insane. But we're gonna see if we can get our eyes on both of them. That's why we drove the Jeep down here today instead of the truck. Can't really haul feed to them very well on the Jeep, but brought them a little bit. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. See if we can find some bulls. Well, holy cow. Holy bull, maybe we should say. So there is, I don't know, I should come up with a better name, or a name, period, for these bulls to differentiate them. This is what, well, now he's standing there. Do you have a front leg problem? Well, he's standing there, he's kind of holding up that left front. All right, take a few steps for me. Yeah, that left front foot is swollen. And that's not even an issue he had been dealing with. We saw him 5 days ago. He was moving fine. Yeah, this is the bull that we actually purchased. Other bulls, one we're leasing from a buddy. Yeah, down there in that foot, you can probably appreciate that left front foot. Really swollen. But we're actually in the original pasture. I need to move him just a few hundred feet this way. I should say a few hundred, probably 500-600 feet, and through a gate. At least then he'll be with the rest of the herd. And that is one pasture closer, getting him back to where we got a pen and a chute, should we need to get him up and treat him. You take a few steps, buddy. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Sadie is barking, and I don't know if the microphone picked that up. She's hot on the trail of either a coyote or Lord only knows what. Yeah, you can see his back end. This was originally, his problems. The back end got all scraped up. Really don't know what he did. All we figure is the other bull fighting him, pushed him off into something. What were you after? But would be nice to get him to pen, get him in a chute. Look at that foot, be sure he doesn't have a nasty thorn or anything stuck in there. Just these wounds back here could probably justify having an antibiotic too, but have not seen the other bull yet. Saw him yesterday though, so I don't know. I just really don't know what to think. I know that if you ask me right now, there's no way we'll try to do heifers next year. We'll buy bulls and steers, or all you gotta do is just graze them and watch them grow. Whatever heifers we get bred this year will be top quality, but I'm just worried that we're not gonna have many of them that actually end up bred. Yeah, it'd be really nice to have him in a chute. One, right between those claws is where he's swollen. Y'all going through there. Yep. Y'all hadn't seen him in a while, have you? Just be sure there's not something in there that we need to pull out. In a way, it would be nice if you found something like that, because you'd feel like, hey, there's the answer to our problem. We can sometimes fix that. Just one problem after another with the bulls. As they're making their way up the hill there, I'm hoping he'll keep coming with them. He is so far. We may get him up there and get him pinned this morning, which I really, when we first saw him there, didn't think would be a possibility. Yeah, he's coming this way now. All right, we'll let him through here. Try to get a head count too. He is clearly very lame, but he's He's getting around. But I am now confident we're gonna get him in the pen here in just a bit. And right about now, it hit me that I left the main gate open out at the road because I didn't really think we were gonna be moving into this pasture. So now it's a race to beat them up here. Oh me. That's why you should just always shut a gate. You open a gate, you shut it. But I get lazy, and after I pull in, I think, well, they're not even in this pasture, I'm gonna leave it open. And the gate up here is just a few feet off of a state highway. But thankfully they're not headed that way. Well, whew, okay. Yeah, open gates up there. Obviously they don't ever go through that gate unless they're in a trailer. So no problem, they didn't naturally want to go that way. But all right, so now we're gonna go home. We're gonna shut the gate after we go through it, gather up our goods, and come back. Well, we got him caught. It is this left front foot right here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to really appreciate it. Bars on the chute there in the way. But he's really swollen right between those claws, especially when you compare it to the other foot. But he's even wanting to eat while he stands here in the chute. But see if we can get it up, see if there's anything in there. You may have noticed in the video, he kind of holds that left ear funny. He's got kind of a wound there, you know. You'd have to assume he sustained that, pushing and fighting on the other bull. And all this nastiness back here. All right, we got his foot picked up, but by the time I got the camera ready, he's gotten it all messed up. He's just real swollen right between those claws. Got a little bit of an open track. The rope's don't got too high up on it. Yeah, I don't know that you'll be able to necessarily appreciate it, but we got it cleaned out. We can give him an antibiotic and an anti-inflammatory. I think we made the decision we're gonna take him home. We just don't have a good spot here. I'm gonna go ahead and let the foot down. We don't have a good place to keep him up on this farm or to stay dry. And if he's a whole lot better in a few days, we can bring him back down here. But while we got him caught, we'll go ahead and treat him, and we'll run get the trailer and get him home here in the next hour or so. Yeah, get him home, or we can, just make sure he rests. He's not trying to, run around and mount a bunch of heifers before he's ready. And really more importantly, so he stays dry. As we sit here, a week ago today, it rained a bunch. We hadn't had any rain since then, but we have, of course, heavy dews, on a daily basis. The grass, it's just soaking wet. It's mostly dried off this morning, but yeah, you really need knee boots to walk around out here. First thing, it's just so damp. So of course they're walking around, and he's not going to cooperate. And his feet stay soaking wet. It's hard to get them to dry up, and the bacteria really thrives in that environment. Foot stays really irritated, and yeah, he just won't heal like that. Get on in there, boy. But I do feel better about his long-term prognosis now. This is a treatable problem. Now, we didn't see the other bull this morning, saw him yesterday. He may have had a similar problem with foot, although he was getting around really good. I'm really more worried about his penis issues, but we'll just have to try to see if we can get eyes on him tomorrow. Y'all say goodbye to your boyfriend. Hopefully he'll be back in a few days. Come on over here, big boy. We're gonna get him back in this chute. Pick that foot up again. And I didn't have everything I needed at the other farm anyway, so we knew we were bringing him home so we could keep him in the dry. I'm gonna be a typical farmer. Last Saturday morning, we were getting over an inch of rain. Just, we're kind of frustrated we couldn't ever get in the hayfield. Hadn't rained a drop since then. And like I said, there's like a 40 or 50% chance of rain this afternoon. But then there's no more rain in the forecast for like the next 5 or 6 days. So I'm sit here and tell you, dang, we're starting to get a little dry. Could use a little rain. But yeah, apparently most of the neighbors and whatnot don't expect it's gonna rain this afternoon, because I've seen, well, I had one that cut some hay the other day. They were headed to the field a few minutes ago with a rake, which they may be thinking it's gonna rain. That's why they're gonna go ahead and try to get it raked up and baled before it happens. But I met some other guys, 3 disc mowers in a row. Archie, you wanna get out? Or obviously, assume they were headed to the field to get some cut. So we would like to be doing the same, if not today, maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna try to give a demo on how we get the foot picked up. So, and there's other ways of doing this, obviously. That's just the way that works for us. So, take our loop, or make like a little hitch right there. Nothing tight. I'm gonna take this rope. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna go set the camera where I can show it all entirely. I'm gonna come up and over the bars of the chute. Basically, I'm gonna create like a pulley system. Down. We got this quick release. I'm gonna put it back through there. Okay. Back up with this. And yeah, it may be hard for you to tell, but we got basically a pulley system. I need to get him to take a little weight off that foot, and as soon as he does, we've got leverage and we can pull it up. Camera got knocked over, but as soon as he took some weight off of it, that gave us leverage. We can see there, hope you could see between those toes, got just like a little open wound, open tract, you might say. There's not anything in it, or at least there wasn't when we looked at it a few minutes ago down at the other farm. Trying to secure that foot up. Yeah. You should be able to see down in there now. A little track. It's really pretty clean, but I mean, when they're out walking all morning through all that tall, tough grass, it's just wet. It's just abrasive going between those toes. You can see where even on a healthy foot, you know, you kind of get sort of like calloused up in there. See where he may have even had an issue on that one, which it's not swollen. Typically, like foot rot, it'll excuse me, it'll heal pretty quickly, especially if you can keep them dry, get them rested, treat with antibiotics. So you can feel pretty confident in this guy. Too, just with these wounds down his back end, which we already got the antibiotic in him. Obviously flies are getting on him real bad. We're gonna put some fly dust on him, fly spray, one or the other, whichever one we got, and he'll be in better shape. He's nearly got it down now, but one other thing I wanted to point out, this is not tight around his leg. Yeah, he's about got it down now. There was, you know, plenty of space in there. It's not cinched down on here at all. It's just basically a way to hold it up. But let him down, let him relax. Let's see, I was gonna release that. There we go, release that. Untie this. Yeah, you probably appreciate now. It was never tight on there. You know, if you had a way to do this with more like a strap rather than a rope, you know, just if you needed to keep it picked up there for an extended period of time, like you were doing more of an actual procedure, which if you're doing that, obviously you would ideally have a vet out. But anyway, I just need to go get the fly dust. And then we'll let him over there with the other bull. The other bull, this Brangus bull, that's had the problem with the penis with the sheath. Looks a little better. We're still getting rid of him. He's not gonna hang around. We're not gonna even attempt to use him for breeding purposes anymore. So you may be able to tell there, we got a bolt broken off in there. There can be one there. Another one, I guess, up there. We're gonna drill it out. I always say this is probably where I struggle the most as a farmer, rancher, operator, is being a mechanic. So we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm pretty certain what needs to be done. Me actually being able to do it, maybe another story. And one of the problems with allowing Smokey to free range is, you know, we have random calf manure piles everywhere. If you'd plant your elbow right in when you're climbing under. But, well, here's an update. We haven't made a lot of progress. We did go ahead and take that disc off there on the end so we could get better access. Yeah, we're good to go over here. We got bolts broken off in both those holes. We've drilled them out. Cannot get them out with the extractors. This is just where probably somebody who does this on a regular basis and has better technique than I do may have already had this whipped. The other thing, where this piece sits down here, supposed to be bolt hole there, another one there. The bolt that the book calls for is not the right bolt, or it doesn't fit. I mean, I can't say it's not the right bolt, but something is going on there. I'm not sure what. I've called for backup in the form of my dad. Second time he's had to come help me today. Thing is, it was operational the way it was. There was actually only one bolt, you know, when this sitting out here holding it right there. And then neither of those two bolts were there, but we had the bolt at the top, and it would work. I don't obviously want to run it like that continually. That's just asking for a disaster. What do you think?
Good.
Good. Good. I don't think it's good right now. Well, good morning again. We fast forwarded one more day. This has just been a mess. I think as of last night, when we finally quit, we've got it very close to where we need to be. I'll explain more about that later. We need to do morning animal stuff, including check on those bulls and see if we can go find the other bull. If we had all bulls accounted for today, that'd be a good day, even if we got nothing else accomplished. And I can't really say that seriously. If we don't have this mower going by the end of the day today, I may scream. Well, good morning, boys. So here's the bull that, of course, we treated his foot yesterday. You see the fly dust we put on his back. Looks like they got along. If nothing else overnight, we'll see if he'll take a few steps. I'm gonna put him some feed over here in the bunk. Come on, boys. See how he's moving. Yeah, he's moving pretty good right there. Yeah, now the question is, how long do we leave him up? Kind of in my mind, I said a week. At least a few more days. I mean, if he's looking like $1 million here in just another couple of days, we may go ahead and turn him back out. A lot of it too depends on the other bull that we're gonna hope to lay eyes on this morning. If he looks good to go, then all of a sudden we're not too worried about this one. You're rushing him back out there. But reality is, we gotta have at least one good bull down there with those heifers. So goal for this morning, again, before we start attacking that mower again, is find the other bull. And before we take off, head to the other farm, I should point out, look what we got lying here. 2 new rake wheels and a bunch of new rake teeth. Of course, where did we order it from? It was agzaga.com. We used that discount code HCF10, got 10% off our order. But don't think I'll get around to getting that on the rake today. It's gonna be a few days before we need the rake because, well, we don't even have a mower that works at the moment. Now my goal is we get that hay cut today. We'll be raking and baling it on Wednesday. Okay, I got a quick head count on everyone, and everyone is here except for, you guessed it, the bull. So, gonna hop in the Jeep, ride back to back, see if we can find him. Too, I did want to take a moment. You know, we were here, yeah, I guess it was last weekend when the bulls tore up that pen and those wire panels. Talked about ragweed, the common ragweed versus giant ragweed, and how good of a forage the giant ragweed actually was. Well, they actually helped me out. The calves made me look like I know what I'm talking about. They ate this up, and they're eating on some common ragweed too, but this was, gosh, it was probably as tall as I was, along those woods right there, and there's others all around. So they do enjoy that weed, but we would yeah, we kind of welcome it as a forage just because it is actually pretty high quality. All right, where's y'all's boyfriend? Y'all want to help me go find him? As we drive back here, we'll try to explain the situation, because I know some people don't understand. They ask, like, how can you just not find him? Well, this farm is like 155 acres. You might as well say it's half timber, half, you know, open pasture ground. The particular pasture, and it's of course cross fenced, so we have different pastures on it. But where he is right now is probably 2/3 timber to 1/3 open ground. It's highest percentage, you know, block on the place. There's, and it's rolling its hills. I mean, there's 1,000 places he could be laid up in the shade, just chilling out. Especially if he's got a sore foot. It would be a literal search for a needle in a haystack. All right, I don't know how many places this is now that I've gotten out and walked. I'd quit taking the camera with me because I thought, well, maybe that's the Jinx. You know, I'll walk up on him and find him when I don't have the camera in my hand to document it. And that didn't work. We're getting close to calling off the search for the day just because I'm tired already. We're worn out. We've looked in all the most likely places, at least in our mind, that he should have been, and we got other things we've got to do today. But we're gonna keep looking for a few more minutes. I think we got her all put back together. I spent the last 30 minutes just picking up tools. I'm not quite done with that. Yeah, basically what we had 4 bolts that are here. You see we're still missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. And then these 2 bolts here, we were missing both of those and 3 of the 4 of those. I think this probably all goes back to last summer when I hit that stump that kind of bent this up and caused us to burn the belts off. That's all I can figure. And but yeah, it was a mess. Some of the holes were stripped out. We had to drill out, extract the bolts. I mean, it was just certainly out of my element having to do that degree of mechanicking. But we're not going to do a touchdown dance just yet. We're going to be sure we get this thing running and it is fully operational again. I took it further apart than I thought I was going to have to. I just hope I got it all back together correctly. But if all goes as planned, we'll have another 10 or so acres of hay on the ground this afternoon. Well, we're rolling and it seems to be everything working. There's the infamous stump. I don't know if I got a good shot of it right back there. And I think may have started this whole problem last year, but fingers crossed this thing holds together. And yeah, I'll have some hay bale here in a couple of days. Okay, we got her all cut, mower held together, so just fingers crossed that continues to be the case. Left out just this little area, grass real short there. It's where my mom likes to have Dad till that up, and she uses for her horse riding arena. Rake tractor down here. We the last farm that we baled, what, 3 or 4 days ago, is just around the corner. So we just drove that tractor over here. I'm just impatient. The thing's so darn slow on the road. I thought, rather than me drive it back home, which is like 2.5 miles, like I'll just drive it right here and leave it. We'll be here when we need it again. But get home. Got a few more things to do this afternoon. All right, so I got home from that little task, and the kids wanted to go swimming, so they're So we'll bring them back here for a minute and let them go swimming. You getting in? The water's cold. Water's coming out of the lake just right up here. It's not incredibly cold, but temperature's just not that hot today. We're probably about 80 right now, so overnight lows in the mid 50s. Willis, I think you're either going for a 90s style with those shorts, or they're about 3 sizes too big. But I can hear you might be a redneck jokes, you know, writing themselves as we do this. But yes, we do allow our kids to swim in the creek occasionally. Hey, it's Hurricane Creek Farms. No, I'm gonna let my kids play in Hurricane Creek, but aren't you there with them? You're in the deep part. Was it cold?
A little bit.
Archie even got in. All right, Willis, are you cold? All right, well, come on, we gotta go to the house. I still got some other chores to do. And of course, we want to do a ride back here, do a herd check here at home. And look, we can actually find bulls occasionally, even though we've got one here that is lame, a little bit on the front foot as well. Of all our bulls right now, that right there, the F1 that's homegrown is the only one that's like 100% good to go, as far as we know. But yeah, I want to check on these. Where's that newest calf? Everybody loves those F1s, or at least I do. There she is right over there. But yeah, these cows, about ready to move them back on over to our place. Yeah, worry about the bulls trying to get in a fight through the fence again, but whatever. We got plenty of grass over there. We need to move them at some point. But I guess I should say, or tell everybody, wish everybody happy Memorial Day. I guess Memorial Day officially tomorrow as I stand here and film. I don't know, we might have this one uploaded by tomorrow. Probably be Tuesday though. Two, I've got to get, because Tuesday is also my anniversary, my wife and I's 14th wedding anniversary. So we've got plans for tonight. We're going downtown, got a hotel room, staying just for the night, a little quick getaway, nice dinner, I think, before we get back home. But yeah, I need to go get ready for that. Appreciate y'all watching. Yeah, the bull problems, I know some of y'all get as frustrated as I do with me not being able to find that other bull. I'm confident he is going to show up. I mean, he is there. The mower problems, I don't know, this video, I never know what exactly the video is going to turn out like until I get to editing it, but I don't know. I was kind of all over the place in this one. Looking for a bull, treating a hurt foot in a bull, working on a mower, looking for a bull again, working on the mower again, finally cutting some hay. Just the way it is for us. Small operation, most of the time a one-man show. That's kind of the way it goes. But we appreciate y'all watching. And check back with us next time. We'll have an update on the bull at some point. Y'all eat beef and God bless.